So, Divac, you're sort of like an expert on visual novels, is what I hear.
That's what they tell me.
And today, I wanted to look at a demo for one of those visual novels.
I'm so excited about this. I love it already. I love everything about it already. Look at it. Oh my gosh.
It's so distinctly, like, 80s in a style and in a way that's, like, very charming.
Oh, it's so bright and happy looking, and it just oozes charm. Look at this. I want to play this game. I want to know who this person is and what's going on.
And the music has a good, like, synth thing to it. So this is Ghosts of Miami, which I figured out about because I follow the character artist who did this, and they were talking about how the demo just dropped. And I played it. I love visual novels. Always excited to see what people do with the genre. And I think this is pretty cool. It's like a mystery game, and it's got like daytime elements to it, where certain times of the day you do different things. It's like pretty mechanically complex based on what you'd expect from like a visual novel.
So let's see, I'm also reading while I'm listening to you. So we're Cello, we find people. That's right, awesome.
We're a private investigator.
In the 80s, in Miami, in our early 20s.
Yes, you got it. This is 86, I think later they'll say that Cello graduated high school in 81.
Aha.
And so we're looking for a missing girl, the daughter of the landlord for our building. We've got two leads here. We've got the best friend and the boyfriend, who maybe looks a little young to be working at a bar, but,
well,
you know, different time.
Yeah. Aw, everyone in this game is so cute. Look at them.
Also, that shirt for Cello, the Miami Stars one, that's a
great.
Good shirt.
That's great. Also, whose brother calls them and says something nice? This is outside my experience of having a brother.
No, don't worry. That's why Cello's being rude as hell.
Her brother's giving her a call to help? No.
Hey, come meet me by the work. I've got a job for you, maybe.
Brothers never help with anything. You can't fool me.
Yeah. There's something else going on, I'm sure. And so, the decision points so far have been mostly like figuring out what you want to do at each part of the day. So it's early morning now, and as we do an event, time will pass, and, you know, certain opportunities will open up, some will close.
Oh, cool.
And right now we're gonna hang out at our old high school.
Oh man, a teen knows who we are? Well.
Oh, we're famous.
Yeah. Oh boy, classic teen.
I think this does capture a style of writing really well. Like, the writing itself is very charming, and within the realm of, like, fiction, pretty believable.
I like the dialogue boxes, how there's... I mean, everything in this game is so bright, but I like the color change between who's talking. It's very explicit and easy to follow.
Yeah, and the fact that each of the UI elements are still there. Yeah, she is it's impressive that a main character has this range of expressions. But they're all, like, really good and very, like... They really show off the emotion of the character. So it's not quite like one of those games where you kind of put yourself in the place of the protagonist, but you're playing a distinct character.
Yeah, I like that a lot. What? $20?
In 1980 money, that was like a lot, probably.
Yeah, that's like twice as much as it is now.
Also, I like the idea of she's bitchy and not in the cool way. If only she were like hip bitchy. Like, even the really subtle changes, like that one where she talks about how she never wants to go back to high school. There's like enough detail in there for you to see kind of like very subtle movements. Also, this background track is like, feels like really long, like it doesn't feel like it repeats a lot.
Oh yeah, just the music from this and like also watching the trailer, it's just great. It's all great. I love it.
It's got a really great aesthetic to it, like, you know, it evokes that sort of like time period where like, I think the first thing I thought of when I saw this is like, this is exactly how like the Sailor Moon characters dress and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, especially
oh, look at her.
Like, it just gives off this this very, very distinct sort of like consistent viewpoint of, you know, fashion of the time and everything.
Oh my god, her hair.
Got the scrunchie, like the hair, everything is
just
so...
yeah, she's got a scrunchie on her wrist. Oh my god.
Everything about it is so 80s aesthetic. It's like perfect. And the super high shorts on both of these girls.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're so cute. Oh no, the tank tops. Oh my gosh. Cello, you're cool to a teen. What more could you aspire to?
Yeah, especially like 5 years out. Like, usually people are like, oh, you're like old now, you're an adult. No, you got someone fawning over you. It's perfect. It's everything you could ask for. Quit now, you're ahead.
Aww.
I think they really do capture sort of these different ideas. Like, they make Tala like a very like believable flustered teen.
Aww.
Like, what I think the one word sort of like aesthetic thing about this is just like cute. Like, everything about this is very cute.
But we're also talking about something very serious. Like, this is a girl who's disappeared. She was dating kind of a deadbeat guy. And, like, who knows what, you know, and it seems like there's that kind of story to it of, like, you know, here's this person who's this detective that's helping people that maybe don't have the resources to get help.
Yeah. It's an interesting thing. There's I think a lot of places it can go. This demo doesn't go super far into the game, but I think just overall there's like a lot of potential here. And so, like, with things like this, you'll get, like, depending on which places you go to, you'll get different clues that point you to different characters. And, like, it'll remember these. Like, if you know some of this information here, like, oh, you know, she got drugs at the boardwalk or whatever, a different situation will happen at the boardwalk than if you just went there right away.
Oh, cool.
So it has a pretty, like, it has some kind of deep flag system within it that lets you know, like, what you've already figured out and stuff.
That's nice.
Kind of Ace Attorney-esque, you collect clues and it makes things, you know, different.
Oh, that's always a good feeling.
And so I guess with that, like, invite for a date, this game also has, not only to its, like, mystery and story elements, has a dating element to it as well.
Oh, so you have dates to go on?
Yes, and so it's like, they talk
My
about
pager!
It's so of the times. But it kind of gives this idea that you can spend time solving the case or doing this like side romance stuff, and it's about finding that balance with your character for like different endings and stuff. Which is a thing I don't see explored a lot in games like this, is balancing those two sorts of things, because especially with a game like this, you're spending time in certain places, you only have a limited number of moves to make.
Yeah, that's neat. That's a neat underlying structure that it's kind of getting at, where you have this many resources and you progress as far as you can in all of these different parallel paths.
Yeah, and they said something like, there's not really like a game over sequence, it's basically just like, oh, you spent too much time not solving the case, and you get taken to the front of the chapter. So it's a pretty easy loop to be able to fix it. Also, this character is great.
Oh my gosh. I love her already. Also, this music is great again.
Yeah, they got a good like club track to it.
No.
Lucy's faces are like the most cartoony, and it gives her her own like kind of identity that's really good. Also, this tongue sticking out is really good too.
Yeah.
I just love the breadth of emotions that they've put on all these characters. And the way they'll like change stances and stuff really gives a more like naturalistic feel to it.
Wow.
It does play into, I guess, like, I wouldn't know.
I mean, yeah, this is a very specific period of time, and it sounds like they're addressing that.
Yeah, it does seem to play into sort of a very 80s sort of stuff, where there is a lot of stuff in like the description they talk about, like talking about drugs, and there'll be like immigration stuff in there as well, like very hot button topics of the time.
Oh boy.
You can tell how he's good at he's doing from the bags under his eyes.
Yeah.
But even then, that's like a detail that you don't see in a lot of visual novels, of really giving those sorts of details. It's something they'll explain in like text, but not always reflect.
Oh no. Oh no, this is just also what happens in real life in today. Well, I guess it's not cocaine anymore, but...
Yeah, maybe not that, not that same sort of extreme, but definitely, like, it still plays into things that are very relatable now. And so because we got the information at the high school, we can say that we know who the contact is and use that as leverage.
Camera.
Hey, you gotta keep track. And it's a fantastic old Polaroid camera.
Mm-hmm.
And so I assume things like that, where it's like today or tomorrow you'll find him, that plays into what'll be a bigger schedule system in the full game.
Ah, so I wonder if you can miss things.
Yeah, that's something I'm not sure, because you only get one day in this demo. So I think that's one of those things where it would like force you to restart because you missed your chance to talk to someone or something.
Relatable. Also that phase.
Oh, Lucy's so perfect. So as you might guess, Lucy is one of our romanceable options.
Yeah. Aw, it's cute.
And it definitely gives off this very good charm to it. I think you can meet half of them in this demo. But we'll miss one because we're hot on the trail. We don't have time to go visit our brother. Our brother will introduce us to someone. I like the very simple, like, character details in the background, like the two ladies rollerblading.
Yeah.
And stuff, and just, like, little things you can catch from there. And so, like, I tested this one out, and if you come here before you hear anything about there being like boardwalk drug dealers, you'll basically waste one of your time slots for the day. It'll just be like, yeah, I showed up here and I have no leads, so it kind of amounted to nothing.
Ah.
There's a lot to catch about that kind of stuff from playing through the demo real quick. Are you a narc?
Why does everyone think Chayla's a cop? She doesn't look like a cop. She's too cute.
She's asking questions.
Yeah. I mean, that's the classic PI situation, right? Like, the only reason people will talk to her because she's not a cop.
Right.
Oh no!
You can tell he's bad news because his hat gives him a real shady look.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize before he has a fanny pack. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
That's where you keep the drugs, I guess. I'm really sad there isn't an option just to deck him and, like, ruin the lead. There'd be something really vindicating about that.
Oh, damn. This video game has already told us to go to church, so I know that it's good.
And so, after 3 bits, your morning, noon, night kind of thing, it ends your time, and so there's a little preview of all the dateable characters.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I love the aesthetics of this game. Like, it seems super neat.
I really want to play this game. Everything about it was great. There's mystery, there's 80s. Oh my gosh. This music is fantastic.
Yeah, and it does, like, some really good mechanical things that you don't see out of a lot of this stuff, like really blending a bunch of different styles of play into a pretty seamless, like, setup. Like, it still is distinctly visual novel, but, like, you go to different places, you collect clues, like, this fantastic sort of, like, blending of sort of Ace Attorney style stuff, like, Persona-esque, like, daytime activity kind of stuff. It's really neat. I like it a lot, and this demo gives a lot for, like, a lot of hope that this is going to be a good thing. There's a lot of potential here.
Oh, just look at her face! She's so cute! Oh my goodness! I like it a lot. Yeah, I'm excited. I saw the trailer for this and I was like, this is it. Oh my gosh, when is this gonna come out? I need to play it. Oh, it's so nice to be excited about a video game. Love it.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like they have like a release date yet, except for it's coming out this year, so keep an eye out.